Surah 61, As-Saff. The ranks. Ayat 1. Everything in the heavens and on the earth is busy in fulfilling the designated program of Allah Almighty. His law is extremely strong and overpowering. However, this power is rational. Laws always overpower rationally. Ayat 2. Reflect seriously over everything that has been said, and see what conclusion this gigantic system of the universe takes you to. You will see that through its performance, everything manifests its duties. Therefore, you should also substantiate your claim to Iman with your conduct, O Jama'atul Momineen. Do not make tall claims which you cannot substantiate. You must do whatever you say you will. Harmony in what you say and do is the only proof of the truth of your Iman. Ayat 3. According to the divine law, it is most loathsome and questionable that you say you will do something, and then you do not do it. Ayat 4. Allah does not like those who just talk. He likes those who, when the necessity arises, come out to fight for the sake of establishing and strengthening the divine order, and then fight standing firm in solid ranks, like a wall strengthened by pouring molten lead. Ayat 5. Moses' nation used to talk a lot, but when they were called upon to do something they looked for excuses and thus became a source of vexation for their Rasul. So these were the circumstances under which Moses said to his people, "Why do you always remain a source of trouble and torture for me, although you know that I have been sent towards you as a Rasul from Allah? Any path I ask you to adopt is proposed by the Almighty and is for your own good." But in spite of this they did not give up their erroneous ways. As they strayed from the right way, the outcome according to the law of Mukafat was that their hearts turned further away from the truth. The divine law states that people who knowingly go astray cannot reach their destination. Ayat 6. This was the condition of the nation of the Bani Israel at the time their Nabi Jesus, son of Mary, told them, "I am Allah's messenger sent to you. I have come to prove the truth of what has been revealed to you in the Torah, previous books. I also give you glad tidings of another Rasul, who shall come after me and whose name shall be Ahmed." But the people, who had been a source of trouble for Moses, also mistreated Jesus in a way that everyone is aware of. How could they believe the news of a Rasul who was to come? Now when that awaited Rasul has finally come and brought clear and evident laws, they say this is not Allah's wahi, but a manifest lie that has been concocted by him. Ayat 7. This Rasul has been mentioned in their own books. However, in order to belie him they give different interpretations and explain that this person was not the Rasul whose tiding was given by Jesus. Tell them that according to the divine law, concocting things and attributing them to Allah is a very serious offense. Just think why you belie this Rasul? What wrong or objectionable thing is he telling you? He is only inviting you towards Islam, the same deen that Anbiya, from the Bani Israel had been presenting to you, but which is not available to you in its original form. Remember, a straight and clear path of life can never open up for people who do not allow things to stay in their appropriate places. Ayat 8. Do you think that with such an attitude and actions you can extinguish the divine light, the Qur'an? You can never succeed in your designs. Just imagine. Can they ever extinguish the light of the sun by just blowing at it? Allah is determined to make His light perfect and spread it all over, regardless of how much the kuffar may detest it. Ayat 9. It is Allah who has sent His Rasul with a code of guidance and a system of life based on absolute truth. His aim is that it will ultimately triumph over all other systems in the world, no matter how detestable this may be to those who want to obey laws of other gods rather than those given by Allah. Ayat 10. O Jama'atul Momineen! Come, I will tell you a glorious principle of life. Every person in this world wants to do a business in which he can make a profit. Nobody wants to give up his gains. Anyone who does not consider profit and loss is insane. Despite taking all precautions before entering a business bargain, a person can suffer a loss because he failed to assess the deal correctly. Just imagine how wonderful it would be if you discover a business which would never bring loss. Let me tell you of a business in which you shall never suffer a loss. It will save you from grave suffering. Ayat 11. And that business is that you should have complete conviction in the truth and comprehensiveness of the divine order that is being established by Allah's Rasul. You should strive hard with your wealth and possessions, and if need be, give your lives. If you reflect on this rationally, you will see that there is much profit in this business. Ayat 12. This system will provide you with the resources that will protect you from disasters which chase you. In this world as well as in the hereafter, it will grant you a heavenly life which will never lose freshness. For example, you will have evergreen gardens and most beautiful houses to live in. For whoever attains it, this is indeed a supreme achievement. Ayat 13. Besides this, there is one more favor that you would love to have. You would want to establish your dominion not only in Arabia, but in the outside world as well. For this you will get full support and assistance from the laws of Allah, due to which the doors of success will open one after the other. O Rasul! Give these glad tidings to the Momineen, your companions. Ayat 14. However, Allah will not make all this possible unilaterally. In the human world, human beings themselves should join hands to accomplish His programs. Therefore, O Jama'athul Momineen, all of you should become helpers of Allah in establishing the system. Previously also, wherever such systems were established, they all came into existence through human effort. For instance, Jesus, son of Mary, had similarly asked his devoted disciples, "Tell me, who amongst you will help me in establishing the divine order?" To this his disciples replied in unison, "For this purpose we shall become Allah's helpers." The result of their efforts was that one group amongst the Bani Israel believed in the truth of this system, while another turned against it. When a struggle arose between them, we helped those who believed in this deen and they overpowered their enemies. This is what happened at that time, and the same will happen now. Eventually, from amongst those who oppose you will emerge a group that will stand up against the enemies of the deen, and help in the establishment of the divine order. Allah will bestow His support upon this group.